Hello, people of YouTube. I had to switch devices I'm working with because apparently um, having a camera pointed at a no, that's not it. It's not every device. That's something mysterious taking place because why in the world? Um, it's like my camera lens or something got burnt out because now there's a line that's across my screen, and I'm like, that's just too much. That's too much to put people through. Have you guys having to sit through a video with the line across the screen? No, too much. I'll just use another device. It's just like video quality. It is what it is, but no line across the screen. Um, anyway, it's Brittany. Inner God is here on the tube and elsewhere. I wanted to come on here and have a honest prattle, have a real prattle about healing and safe space. Um, the original safe space is supposed to be your house. That's supposed to be uh, your home. A lot of people imagine like your childhood or your family. Your home is supposed to be your original safe space, but we all know uh, that it's not. That's not the reality. But in these changing times of internet that humanity didn't have before, and more therapy available than ever before, uh, free and otherwise. People are becoming more aware of people's reality. Some people's stuff behind closed doors is getting aired out, and people fight back and forth. Um, there's times where folks will try to talk to you, get close to you to try to get a little intel for social media purposes. Um, People watch activity. If you follow a page, like a page, you're trying to get yourself a little mental health support. Um, there's more stuff that's out there than before. And so there's changing perceptions about the reality of things. And in the healing professions, some people uh, haven't trusted folks in generations. Like, it's funny, in nursing school, it's taught like, oh, the African Americans don't really trust doctors. There's some broad generalizations there about Black people, Hispanic people, how different people see the health professions, but that's not true across the board. There's also reasoning for stuff because different people have different needs. Um, there's people that know, have been aware. Right now, I'm thinking of that movie, Killers of the Flower Moon, with Leonardo DiCaprio, where he marries a native woman and is killing her slowly. I think she was diabetic, but yeah, she trusted him, and he was killing her slowly because she was a gate to riches. Um, Back to safe space. So I started with talking about childhood, or there's an idea that, oh, when we were kids, that was innocent times. No, it wasn't innocent times for everybody. Oh, things were easier when we were kids. Not for everybody. um, Home life, not for everybody. Um, in in your family, in your partnerships, that's another thing that people look for. Is like, okay, well, you will meet the love of your life, and they will be a safe space for you. You can talk to them. You can show them yourself. You don't have to have your makeup on and your bra on and always be on your best. You can let it all hang out, and you can be sick, and they'll take care of you. Like there's there this idea there, and no, people find out that that's not just a standard. Your partner is a safe haven for you situation. You might have a very dangerous partner or experience that on more than one occasion. Um, Now going into the uh, the holistic uh, care, the natural healers. I'm As a diviner, I'm more in and the thing is, that's not everybody. There are diviners that do health readings that um, focus on various things. I'm just like, amongst the crowd, it's vast. There's lots of people that that practice divination in general, or for whatever their specialty is. I have worked on hotlines, so there's restrictions within that field of what we can read about anyway. But in these modern times, some people just see it as a job. It's just something you could do, like work it in fast food or something. Like it's just a job. Like, who cares? Um, Other people are really serious. We might be coming from religion, or we might just take our craft really seriously. You don't know what a person's journey has been to why they're into what they're into. Everybody got to write their profile bio and do your best writing, be as compelling as possible. Well, now there's freaking AI, so everyone should have a good profile. But there was a time where, yeah, writing a compelling profile is is mandatory. Taking good pics or whatever, making good video. But in that space, there are people that are operating within additional rules, not just of the app, but of their spiritual practice. Here's what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. Dealing dealing with a high volume of people and any respect level for the practice can make people a little jaded, because everybody is not going to respect what you do. That's in any field. But on the healing end and the spirituality end, there is an expectation of us being safe space. Safe space for our clients, where they can let it all hang out. And respect for one another within the field. But this is some straight up straight up gangster zone. There was a time where the only way someone was going to practice is by lineage. Like you're just the next one up in your generations, or in the village, you're just the next one up. So that's how you're in the spot. Or you're only healing folks because you've been known to. There's a troop of people to say that you lay hands, or that when you pray for folks, changes occur, or that when you say something's going to happen, that it's just like, whoa, that person is accurate all the time. So that's why they do what they do. Now people can just hop up and do it. Just open up shop and start going. And this can be problematic for the crowd of onlookers, because people are making selections based off of what people look like. Like, it looks nice. Sounds nice. So I'm going for it. Well, always hold on to your own intuition as you deal with any healer. Use your own guidance and trust that. I love when a person trusted themselves enough to be like, okay, let me figure this out. It's so pretty. He said, da 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 da. Okay, this made sense to me. Um, but here's where you lost me, or whatever. Could you clear this up for me? This is collaborative. Why? Because they trust their own judgment in choosing me to read for them. And they know it made sense up to such and such point, so they know that there's somewhere in this in the chit chat that we've had a discrepancy. There's a mismatch. So either I'm having difficulty explaining, it's something that they don't know about yet, and I would have to give some more backstory, some more intel into some other information in order for the information I gave to make sense, or they're feeling some type of way about what was said or about the situation, and so they need to process, they need to work some stuff out, but we figure it out. I appreciate that. Everybody's not going to do that. I was told as much by people that have been practicing with the public a longer period of time. They're like, Brittany, wouldn't it? People gonna expect us all to spend that much time. The thing is, I spend as much time as I can, and I'm not just uh, a healer that or a diviner that just does it when you see some cards out or when you see me on a particular app. This is who I am. I have always been utilized this way. And people love it until I say something irritating. People love it until I disagree. People, people love it until I am showing something less than favorable. And my allegiance is to the truth. It's not to anything else. So very hard time in my personal life when I have to say something honest and it's just like it starts out privately because that's the kind of person that I am. It's also raised that way. So interesting is being on the internet, like generational differences. It's worse. It's more hardcore generations going back. Absolutely, be quiet. Absolute silence. And that silence goes in different directions. It could be just silence as long as, but you talk in the house. Silence, but you only talk to certain people. Silence, and you only talk at certain times. Silence, unless you're speaking to only certain genders. Times have changed and are changing rapidly. We are in unprecedented times. There are women that have grown up in the sanctity of women that feel that women are a safe space. They believe here's girl talk. And amongst other girls, you can talk about this or that. and it's not leaving the female circle. Well, every woman has not had that experience. So she's not safe. Some things can be taught to the willing to learn because no matter what a person has been through, just like people that have witnessed domestic violence growing up in partnership and in romantic partnership and might have a distrust automatically in romantic partnership, and so initially they're not safe. Not everybody though. Some people have witnessed domestic abuse in various forms and are the safest people because of that. They're just like, I would never want to treat somebody like that. So I'm doing the best I can. But I don't really know how or what to do, but I am doing the best that I can. And there are some people that are dangerous and reckless, and there's shades of in between. There are people that are willing to learn, and there are people unwilling to learn. And they're just like, this is who I am, and I don't give a. All right. All right. So, in this big wide world, this is a melting pot. It isn't all one way or another anywhere. Not anywhere. Surprise! Not anywhere. Don't think that everyone has had the same experience. Don't think that everyone is going to share their experience. Don't think everyone is going to hold back on their experience. Don't think everyone is telling the truth online. Don't think everyone is lying on the internet. You don't paint a wide brush. And I'm saying especially for people that work in the mental, emotional healing spaces, we can't classify people across the board like here's how you handle this or that issue, or when you see this, that, or the third. It's always that. Even amongst card readers, that's where the most jadification occurs. Like, when you see this lined up in your cards, and that means that. Don't do that. Some of us get to trying to teach, and so we're trying to be helpful, but in who is listening and who is coming up in their cards, this can be problematic because there is no way around time and experience. There's no way around it because you have to read for people that you don't know at all to witness different things coming up in cards, because a stranger will tell you real quick, uh-uh, that's not what's going on. And if they're chit-chatty, They'll tell you exactly where you got them effed up. And then you'll learn. You'll either learn how to speak to people a little better, put on your gentle mitts a little better, or you're going to learn where you've been judgmental. What kind of rude you may figure. I I witnessed uh, an experience, and the thing is, you'll have no idea what people are talking about because there's no identifying factors in this story. But coming from an app where I was doing just like one-on-one reads where you could not even access me without it being a personal read, to reading in public, and people were preferring it. Let's just talk in the chat, and I'm it's like, are you sure? Because I don't know what's going to be said. Like, I don't know what's going to come up. So, like, you sure? Yes, go for it. Go for it, Brittany. Okay, it's gonna be entertaining. This is how I realize, like, okay, so I see that although divination is what I do, and that tarot reading has been the practice, tarot and oracle cards and whatnot, that my job now, like, this is mainly, I'm an entertainer also, like, put my entertainer hat on, and that's what I'm being enjoyed for. Of course, it's thrills that I'm accurate. It's thrills that I'm nice. Generally speaking, it's thrills that I'm nice. But entertaining is what was being sought. So anyway, um, how I perceived this instance was a person on their hustle that was doing like an independent business kind of thing. And I mentioned one of those companies. People call them pyramid schemes now. What's it called? Multi-level marketing. Uh, I mentioned one of those companies. I said, I don't mean that I'm saying that you're part of that company or that that's the field that you work in, but I'm saying like that kind of idea. And I offended said person because the person's just like, I'm a baller. Like, you have no idea how much money I have. I'm just like, I didn't say you broke. I didn't say you were broke. That's not what I said. There's people that make plenty of money doing those things. But uh, it's kind of like one of those things. That's the way that I'm perceiving. There's only so many ways that, in my perception, that I can register business that is not not owning a corporation necessarily, like it started a corporation, but independent business and legal. Like, uh, I only have so many ideas, but you know your life. So as long as you're not too offended by what I say, you know what I mean. The person did know what I meant. They were offended because of the implication about their dollar signs. But I didn't say anything about the dollar signs. That is a perception about those businesses in general. Uh, But I learned that day, that when people are thinking about independent business, there can be a sensitivity about it. Uh, Whether a person feels professional or ratchet, uh, if they're part of a pre-existing kind of kind of thing, just like I'm saying about those businesses that are just like already existing, already kind of a company, and some people get very angry about that because they've had a bad experience, whether they were in the business or they have been sold to by the business. They might have a negative connotation about it, and other people don't feel any sort of way. Some people only feel comfortable working for a pre-existing company or brand, whether that's online, like working within an app, just like uh, where you can join an app and have a storefront. There's only some people, it's a certain demographic of folk that are just like, I'll make my own app, or I'll build my own store. I'll start my own business with my own name and a separate my own storefront, and get everything squared away and go through that process. That's some folk. Not for everyone. And some people judge that, other people don't. There's more awareness, more visibility because of options out there. Like, oh, anyone can hop on one of these big websites and start selling products. Whether they made the products, they produce the products, or they're selling something that is mass produced. Yes, with AI music coming out, or now it's just like we all could be producers. We could all be making music now. People talked about auto tune, which is funny because I remember it's just like in my formative years thinking about what T-Pain experienced and the criticism about him using auto tune. And some people thought that he couldn't sing, so he got to hop up on the mic and let people know that, yeah, T-Pain can sing. He could sing in the first place. He was just doing something different. When it comes to musicians in general, there have been people that write their own music, that sing for real, and there have been folks that have songs written for them that they sing, and there have been people that in more modern times that wouldn't be famous without the production, without the studio and whatnot, without the label, without all the pushing behind them, wouldn't be in that position. Some people uh, criticize that, and some people it's just like, who cares? It's famous person. This is across the board. I witnessed this in the beauty sphere. Because just if you follow a bunch of beauty influencing pages and you're a visible person, people might think that you're trying to be a beauty influencer. And no matter what you try to do, some folks will try to stop you before you even get started. Competition is rough. So I got immediately in that arena, just like, you don't know how to do your makeup. Like, would you just like, is that how you come at your clients in the chair? Like, I wasn't looking at competing with you. I was looking at hiring you. But now I see how you talk to folks. I see it. Whoa. Call me ugly real fast. I'm definitely not coming to sit in your chair. Not gonna do it. Come sit in your chair with my natural face and you'll just call me ugly. No. And they're like, oh, you're not trying to be a makeup artist? Oh, in that case, let me give you some tips. Too late. Too late. I don't want to listen to you anymore. You are not a safe space. And that's an example of, it's just like, some people might not think about it, but there's all these arenas where it's supposed to be safe space. The makeup artist chair. If a person is generally seen with makeup on, if they even come up to the mall makeup counter with makeup already on, that's a person that probably doesn't feel comfortable just being plain faced. So it is your job to not make them feel ugly while they're in your chair. If you think they're ugly, keep it to yourself. Be nice. And amongst the coworkers, try to have some camaraderie within your space. If it's not there, because I'm just like, this is an issue where the necessity of people having some area to decompress is like, it's visible. It is highly visible that people are snapping left, right, and the third. It's real easy for anyone in a service industry to be like, these customers is crazy. Some of these customers be going off. They just, intro is just disrespect. Just out the gate, they just coming hard. That happens. And maybe your manager is not a safe space. Maybe your workplace doesn't provide any health care, so you don't have no mental health. Uh, don't have no family safe space, no friend safe space, no safe space. Not a puppy, not a cat, 'cause ain't no pets allowed. Uh, it can be really rough. But this is a reason This is a reason why I'm really loud about saying that these tarot cards aren't just for party tricks. These tarot cards are not just for presentation. I did not pick up the tarot cards because I thought that I'd have a job. But if you need to talk, you can talk. If you don't believe in nothing in the first place, then you can talk to yourself and just figure yourself out. And you'll just be so flabbergasted is sitting with the cards and a book that you'll start to be like, these cards is on to something. I feel like there's a conversation taking place. Like, how the heck? You might reevaluate if you know how to shuffle or not. And after you get about 15 decks and see yourself pulling the same cards across the decks, what kind of magician are you? You might. Then you're going to have to accept that there's something mysterious going on. And really look at what the cards mean that you keep seeing. But I say a book because if you go on a spree like me and start hitting up the YouTube and going from pages to pages, then you might start chit-chatting in the public about what's accurate in a public read. You might start to get a catering to, a bias starts to occur because people will start to feel like they know what you're about before you show up. Lots of people jump into the psychic space to try to do a thing. And I'm like, it is one of those things that is now kind of seen like a hustle. It's like in hairstyling. Like, oh, okay, watching YouTube videos or do your own hair, or you do your friend's family hair, you can do anyone's hair. Maybe not. And in any field though, there's a sink or swim. Are you going to keep doing it or are you going to quit? And I've witnessed a lot of pushback for just whatever the heck I'm into. It don't even have to be me trying to have a career in anything. I followed a bunch of nail pages. Now it's like, oh, she want to be a nail tech. I never said I wanted to be a nail tech. I said I'd do my own nails. And it wasn't even all the time because your nails is ugly. Like, wow, mean. Do you want to teach people to do nails or what? Don't be mean. They're not going to feel comfortable learning from you. Bunch of people are spontaneously being a Snape. Professor Snape around here. Like, if a person gets into Hogwarts, help them. You want them to be a good magician, right? You don't want them freaking wreaking havoc. If they're a magical person, they're going to be a magical person. They can be a good magical person or a bad magical person, but if someone's heart is there, they're trying to do their best, They're nice or whatever. What are you mowing them for? You trying to toughen them up? You're trying to make them mean? You think that's preparation for the world? That's just preparation for you and people like you. Everyone isn't mean. And if you condition a person to brace themselves for mean or to be mean just out the gate to people, you're just creating another mean person. That's crazy. And another mean person's going to create some more mean persons. It is just like freaking just a batch of gremlins. Just a terror. So, so uh, people that say that that's tough love and that's preparation, no, because everyone isn't like that. There are people that are coming into healing spaces just expecting the best. Even people might be like, even food. Like, oh, I don't eat, you can't eat at everybody's house. Okay, but you'll eat at any McDonald's, though. So you'll eat any rotisserie chicken. So just like, that means you trust, you believe that within the sanctity of fast food, that no one's going to disrespect you by cooking the food in a poor way, preparing the food badly, or doing something especially bad to your food. I know people will do it in a house. Your friends will do it. Your family will do it. But not these strangers. Okay, that's a point of view. Some people, it's the opposite. Like, I will eat at home any day, but not eating at a fast food restaurant because I don't know them folks or whatever. So I'm like, always you have to have your intuitive hat on, and that is some stuff that might be the hardest hit that I'm going to give to anyone, is that your intuition always got to be on, no matter who you're with or where you're at. You can't turn it off nowhere. Like, I'm at the resort, so this is a freaking 5-star establishment, so I can leave my purse sitting down in the lobby while I go up to the counter. Maybe, maybe not. Uh, I'm in the airport, not in the hood, so I can leave my bag sitting here for a moment. I can leave my suitcase here for a second. Maybe, maybe not. I'm in first class, so I can take a nap. Hopefully. Then maybe who went with you makes a video. You sleep. Post it online. Now, just like, keep your intuitive hat on. And the thing is, uh, judging things case by case. What is devastating to one person, another person might be like, oh, you ain't been through nothing or whatever. What really messes a person up for another person might be like a walk in the park. Another reason why tarot is so handy, because tarot will show you how devastating something has been for the person. And that's what you're responding to. It's not about what, unless the person doesn't know what's going on. But if you're reading for a person and some stuff has already occurred, they already know their life. They don't need you to rehash. It just like point is, you've been through some devastating instances. I could see some devastation occurred. Now, for the reader, your own mind may flash to things that have been devastating for you. As diviners, stuff comes through how it comes through for us specifically. It might be our business, it might be the person's business, it might be business that we've just heard of or seen or read about. Mess mess occurs mainly when people don't have patience for one another. Compassion, understanding, and patience. And keep your intuitive hat on for that, because some people will run you because of that, because of your awareness of difficulty, you being a nice person. Some people will run you, and that's in every sphere of reality. Some people are prepared for that, like, oh, yeah, workplace for sure. Some people, family for sure. Friends for sure. Romantic relationships for sure. It depends on what a person's experience has been, what they witness, and how they take it. You can't presume that someone kind hasn't been through anything. And where I'm at is that I have a certain capacity now for mean that has been altered by experience. So now it's just like, I don't even care much what your reason is for, for being mean. I might be aware, but there's only so much mean I will take now, no matter what kind of abuse you have incurred or what you don't know, what you don't understand, what you think about me, uh, what kind of day it is. There's only so much mean that I'm going to take. And people can judge my capacity for mean however they want to, but here's where I'm at now. I wasn't always this way. I used to have a limitless capacity for mean. First in general, then for certain demographic, and for a length of time, then for, or, like, what is the infraction? How mean is it? How bad is it? Now I'm just like, freaking no, like, because people are made aware that they're being mean or being perceived as mean. They are made aware. If a person doesn't know right off, somebody is going to make them aware that they're being mean. After that, numerous remarks about a mean person. A person decides whether they want to continue because they feel justified, or they're going to work on themselves. What has happened or what is going on that makes me want to be so mean? And I will say that something about circumstances that is coming up that now is like we talk so much in society, but free will these days. We talk a lot about that. But this is a new concept, and this does not apply. This is people are being lied to. Don't gaslight yourself now. Oh, that's free will. People work where they don't want to work, or tolerate conditions that they don't want to tolerate for the money, or so that they have a living situation, or so that they can take care of children. Is it free will? Just like we're being gaslit because you're still choosing. Yeah, you can choose to go on the streets. Absolutely. You could drop it all. But with the influx of people that now nomad, like they live from a vehicle, live from a tent, build a house out of sticks or mud, live on the sidewalk, now it's becoming very obvious that it's not called just, oh, some people just can't. Some people choose not to. But yeah, that's an option. But you witness some things, um, some instances you witness because it's called like people have snapped or reached some sort of capacity, and so that's why they're where they're at. There's choice and there is snapped in the same spaces. So circling back to where my chair is at, where I stand in the healing sphere, there are people that do it because they are called to it. People that do it because it's who they are naturally. There's people that are seeking to ball hard to make a lot of money. And there's people that aren't making a lot of money that are just barely hanging on, but it's a way to make money. All in the same space, same field. The more we as people can be understanding and patient where we can, the more we grow as a society. Because every person in every job, like we hope it's a safe space. Like with your trash, you put your trash in a trash bag. You throw it in your trash can, you expect that the trash man isn't going to save your trash, especially riffle through it, take screenshots of it, and start making a page called Trash I Found. Look at this shit. What? It was in a trash bag. What? Uh, so, uh, oh man, every job. I'm just like this. Every job. There's some degree of safe space that is expected. And I'm saying that the divination field, we can be cold-blooded, but the goal is growth. We gotta do the best that we can for the folks we read for ourselves, for one another. You witness someone and you think you can run them down because they're competition to you, when really they just work in the same field and they are needing some assistance. It's said often like therapists need a therapist too, but not every therapist got a therapist. Hopefully, they've got family or friends or a dog or a cat or something to chit chat with. It's terrible. Hopefully, or else they might snap one day and just turn mean and start acting crazy at the workplace, or just quit their job and run screaming into the woods. So, ah, let us all um, try to be as safe as we can to one another. So, if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. I'm sending lots of love and many blessings on your journey, and I'll see you in the next one.